thank those who do not wear a uniform to our games, but have been a pivotal part of our team's successes this year. Zaria, who shows up to help us at most of our games, home or away, despite the time consumption. Morgan for asking for permission to record all our games, even though I was always praying she'd show up to everyone. And Ben for being a strong level-headed manager, level-headed being important, as there are a number of times when hot-headed refs would give him a unnecessarily hard time about the book. Dave DeSalvo for running our clock at home games and being a great supporter and only missing one game due to injury. Lindsay for all of your great support and getting us everything we needed out, putting fingers back into place and keeping them taped up and out in the field. And our fans, we really appreciate your support. As a head basketball coach, I'm useless without assistants, which is why many basketball coaches you see have an obscenely large posse with them on the court, on the bench. My posse was small, but it was powerful. Mike was great at helping me get accustomed to basketball in Delaware, evening out my temper in two memorable moments. First, when I realized that I had to sit on the steps of the bleachers at Woodbridge, because if you want to stand up to coach in Delaware during the game, you have to start sitting in the box. And the second was when Ref Larry and I had an argument during the course of a game about the difference between a hairpiece and a headband. I have to thank the other half of my posse, Nathan, for being so ubiquitous that he was willing to add another responsibility to his plate when I twisted his arm to coach with us this season. I appreciate you reminding me to call timeouts, being on top of your game at Lake Forest when I was, at least I thought at the time, fatally ill, and not encouraging me to tell the opposing cheerleaders that our mascot's a griffin. Although I do think the Griffins make me come back. You're both a pivotal piece of our success as a team. I'm not going to give the varsity awards today because we have a game this afternoon, and I want this sort of moment to be about our team and not about individuals. As a season, especially in the winter, as it's a particularly long season, is filled with many ups and downs, and we've had our fair share of With the line of games on the road, we hit many obstacles trying to compete from the tip-off. But today I'm going to focus on our ups. Elizabeth's record-breaking 5 three-pointers in a game, our down-to-the-wire win against Wilmington Friends, beating Tatnall on the road, beating Tatnall again at home, and Janae's infamous half-court shot. However, the ups and downs on the court are not what make a team, or at least not what made our team. The wins and losses are not what we as athletes or as coaches remember years later, unless of course you're as unreasonably competitive as I am and can recall every game you've lost since the age of 10. But what has made us a team are moments we've worked through and enjoyed together. Claudia calming everyone's frustrations at halftime or after the game, having study hall in the van, having study hall in the library, or really just study hall anytime but 8 to 10. Amanda and Nina's ceaseless need to stop at McDonald's, especially on days when Amanda had coupons from her advisor, Mr. Brown. We should talk about that. Brandy's ham and clams after napping on the van, Grace's incessant nagging, and Petey's distinctive "hey" when she wants everyone's attention. Well, what I ask U13 to take with you from this season are thinking of dinners at Mr. and Mrs. Hyde's house before night games, in particular the night when Mr. Costa smoked half the team in ping pong, while the rest of us napped and watched Gilmore Girls together in the living room. And those are the moments that we'll remember for years to come, moments that formed a team and that formed our team. The team that annihilated Tatnall in the first half on Tuesday, and the team that, and I actually, right now I ask if you've ignored me up to this point, you listen to this announcement, the team that takes on Tower Hill at 4 o'clock this afternoon at home. As we've been a team to struggle in the first quarter, your support as fans is what gave us an extra boost on Tuesday, one of energy that we really needed. We're having a ceremony for our seniors at 3:45, and tip-off is at 4, and we'd love your support because beating Tower Hill today would be a great culmination to a memorable season that puts my team in the front row to support me to give this speech today. Mr. Fritz and Ms. Dupre have coached a very successful JV and thirds team this season. JV plays Tower Hill tonight at 5:30 after varsity. With over 20 players, they've managed to create a program full of improvement, integrity, and wins. I remember walking to the gym one day to see them feasting on Bow Manor, and they ended that game with a remarkable 47 points. It was really exciting to watch, and I'm giving one award today on behalf of the JV team, the Coaches Award. which is going to Talani for her great leadership. Her dedication, sportsmanship, enthusiasm, and generosity make her an admirable role model